My name's Hannah Boyer, and today I will be performing an Astrand submaximal cycle test on my patient, Anders Carlson. So he has been warming up for about 3 minutes at 25 watts. So we're going to start stage 1, and we will start him at 150 watts for 2 minutes. So I'm just going to bump him up here. Perfect. So now that he is started, I just wanted to let you guys know. So we chose a 150 watts because he is a conditioned male, and so that is what the ACSM guidelines suggest we start at. So we took his resting vitals before we got started, and his resting vitals had his heart rate at 62 beats per minute, his blood pressure at 118/72, and his rate of perceived exertion was a 6, which is no exertion. We decided that it was safe to start the Astrand test because the patient's blood pressure and heart rate were all in normal ranges, so we thought it would be completely fine to start the test. The patient is at a low cardiovascular risk. He has no family history that has any problems, and his blood pressure was in a normal value range of 120/80, in that good range. And he has a good history of exercising and being active in his normal daily living. So we're coming to the end of the 2 minutes, and I'm going to take his heart rate, blood pressure, and his RPE to see where his vitals are at. So first I'm going to take your heart rate. Perfect. So his heart rate has bumped up to 122, and now I'm going to take his blood pressure. Can you hold on to this? Thank you. Also, what is your rate of perceived exertion? Perfect. Okay. So his blood pressure was 138/74, and his RPE was a 12. So we're going to continue until he hits 5 minutes and 6 minutes, and then at 5 minutes we're going to take his heart rate, blood pressure, and RPE, and at 6 minutes we're just going to take his heart rate to see if it's in that steady state range that we're hoping for. So during this little break when he's pedaling, I just wanted to explain that we set the bicycle up for his height by putting the bike seat where it hits his greater trochanter, so it's at a normal level. So we did that before the test was ever started. And some reasons that we would stop the test or terminate the test is if he had any abnormal heart rate, abnormal blood pressure, maybe there could be like a change in blood pressure, diastolic blood pressure more than 10 beats per minute. That would be a reason to stop. Or if there was a drop in his systolic blood pressure when exercising, any of these things would be of concern, and so we would stop the test. Or if he was in any discomfort or any pain would be another reason we would stop the test. How are you feeling? How's it coming?
Not too bad. Not tired.
Any pain anywhere or discomfort?
Doing alright.
Perfect. Okie doke. So we have just a little bit of time left. After we check his vitals, if they are in a steady state range and the heart rate doesn't differ by more than 5 beats per minute within that last minute from 5 to 6 minutes, then we will stop the test and do a cool down. Just a few more seconds. So I'm going to take your heart rate first. Perfect. So your heart rate is increasing. That is good. The heart rate is now at 138, and we are going to do a blood pressure check to see where it's at. Can you just hold on to this? So his blood pressure was at 144 over 74, and what would you give your RPE? Okay, so not hard. So we're going to go with 13 for his RPE, and RPE stands for rate of perceived exertion, and then we're going to give him another like 10 seconds and then take his heart rate and RPE one last time. Still going well?
Doing it.
Let me know if you have any problems.
Yep, yep.
Perfect. So his heart rate bumped up from 138 to 140, but it's not more than 5 beats per minute, so he is in that good steady state range. So we're going to, actually first, what is your RPE? Still about the same?
Yeah, same.
Perfect. Okay, so his RPE is still at 13. So we're going to bump this down to 25 watts so that he can return to a cool down. And we're going to look for, the cool down is going to be about 5 minutes at 25 watts. And then at the very end of that 5 minutes, I'm going to retake his blood pressure, heart rate, and RPE just to make sure that he's back into normal range, that there was no issues that could have occurred during the test, and that he is good to go.
All right, awesome. Thank you.